Hey guys, Martin from Voodoo Rod and Custom, and we've got this old girl with a new school feel. Holley Sniper EFI going on that sucker. Alright, I'll give you a rundown of what this is. It's a 1937 Ford pickup powered by a 351 Windsor, backed by a C4 and a 9-inch differential. Okay, she's apart. As you can see, hydraulic roller cam. I know the cam specs and it's actually quite good. Comp cams, can't go wrong. Performer air gap. And what we're going to do is put this in the milling machine and we're going to machine out through here. Increase this plenum area. Now that it's going to be fuel injected, it won't need the split and we'll take advantage of a larger plenum area. So I've saved you guys the anguish of me cleaning the table down. I will show you when I do clean the table down. I use a brush like this, clean it, mop it, whatever it takes. Because when you bolt something back on the bed, you don't want to be impregnating into the bed, so you want that to be nice and clean. Same as your job, you want your job to be nice and clean, so give it a good clean. I've cleaned off all the gasket, I've cleaned this up with a rag and grease and wax remover. So now we're ready to machine. We're going to remove that slot in the center as I mentioned before and cut that away. All cut through, ready for a tickle up with a die grinder. I'll put these to a nice point, and same as that, I'll blend that edge in by hand. Other than that, it's come up quite nice. So I'm just deburring these edges, and I'll get the camera on there, that's a bit better. Now, what I was saying before, when I die grind, I don't go in like this, I go in and actually pat it like so, depending on how it's turning. So that way you've got more control. This is not over the top, just enough so that way it's it's matching the cylinder heads. Ooh, bit of glare. Okay, in the sun, you can see, not over the top, just enough. Could do a whole bunch, more work there, but we're not going to. No need to. Cleaned up our ink. Reason for this, we are no longer using a carburetor, so we are no longer relying on vacuum. We're injecting the fuel, so enlarging this plenum is certainly a step forward. Alright, it's taken shape. I've put the fuel pressure regulator in an inconspicuous spot. It's going to be a little bit tricky to plumb, but nothing too difficult. At least then it's out of the way and no one knows it's there. Tech tip, we're plumbing up fuel, rubber hose. This is a jar of general purpose thinners. Just dip the hose in and it'll slide straight on. Sometimes people use WD or any of that sort of liquid lubricant. Don't use it. Use the GP thinners because it dries, as you can see, and it literally bonds the bloody thing on there. Works perfect. Alright, so I've done a bit off camera, which is, yeah, probably not good. Plumbed up the reg, as you've seen, but I've also plumbed up the mechanical pump, which is feeding the EFI pump. I've mounted the EFI pump up underneath there. See if we can zoom in. Yep, there we go. Fittings galore. We are a Raceworks distributor, so if you need any Raceworks fittings, come see us. Now is the cool bit. Electrics. Okay, Holley Sniper, she's installed. We had to remake the accelerator cable there. We had to lengthen it, no big drama. We do all that in-house. Also put water in the radiator. So this is pretty much the first fire up. See how we go. Oh, not bad, not bad. Gotta be happy with that.